Casemiro or Mount? Antony or Rashford? How Manchester United should line up vs Bournemouth. Man United play Bournemouth in the Premier League on Saturday, and our writers have shared their preferred starting 11. Manchester United must claim 3 points against Bournemouth in the Premier League on Saturday. United drew 2-2 with Liverpool last weekend, and there are just 7 games remaining to close the gap to Tottenham and Aston Villa in 4th and 5th place respectively. Erik ten Hag's side were dominated in the first half against Liverpool, but came out fighting in the second half and could have secured a victory in unlikely circumstances. Bournemouth left Old Trafford with a shock 3-0 win over United in December, and the Cherries will be up for the reverse fixture, despite heading into the clash after a defeat. Regarding the United team news, Raphael Varane and Jonny Evans have been ruled out of the game, while Scott McTominay is also set to be absent from the squad. Marcus Rashford should be available for selection, and Jack Kingdon has an outside chance of making the squad after taking part in first-team training on Friday. Samuel Luckhurst. PR Canadians. Canada is open for professional workers. Safer online tips. This simple trick will block all ads on your Windows. By Taboola sponsored links. The Bournemouth game has to be used partly as a template for the FA Cup semi-final, particularly as that game is in 8 days' time. However depleted the defence is, United have their strongest front 6 available. The back 4 picks itself. Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo remains the best available midfield, and Antony merits a start after Rashford flagged against Liverpool. Stephen Railston. Speaking before the Liverpool game last weekend, Ten Hag essentially said Antony couldn't start 2 games in the space of a few days and that it was the perfect fixture for Rashford. However, Rashford underwhelmed again, and Antony looked bright when he came on in the second half, so the Brazilian should return to the starting team. United's midfield isn't working, and Casemiro's drop-off has been stark. He was really poor against Liverpool. It's time for a change, and Mount should be given his place. Bournemouth vs Manchester United live early team news. Live updates from Man United's Premier League clash with Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Manchester United will be targeting their first Premier League win since March 9 when they face Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium this tea time, 5:30 p.m. United, who were beaten 3-0 by the Cherries when the two sides met at Old Trafford in December, will be keen to get back on track after a 3-game winless run in the league. They drew 2-2 with Liverpool last time out. That stalemate with the Merseysiders means United head into today's game having won just one of their last 6 league matches. They have not won away from home since beating Luton Town 2-1 on February 18. Erik ten Hag will once again be without centre-backs Raphael Varane and Jonny Evans through injury, meaning youngster Willy Kambwala is in the frame to start for the second game running. United are also poised to be without midfielder Scott McTominay. Bournemouth, meanwhile, will be eyeing up a 4th consecutive home victory. Erik ten Hag sends message to Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox over Manchester United transfer plans. A sporting director and a technical director are among the incomings at Man United amid uncertainty over the manager. Erik ten Hag has vowed Manchester United will be successful, despite uncertainty over his position as manager. United are 6th in the Premier League table with a -goal difference and are unlikely to qualify for the Champions League given they are 11 points behind Tottenham and Aston Villa in 4th and 5th. Although United have an FA Cup semi-final against Coventry City next week, the last time they won the cup in 2016, they sacked manager Louis van Gaal 2 days later. Many United supporters have sympathised with Ten Hag as he's had to handle fallouts with a number of high-profile players, the interminable strategic review and the departures of former chief executive Richard Arnold and John Murtough. United have also recorded 56 separate injuries or illnesses that have caused a player to miss a game this season. Ten Hag likened himself to a politician with a myriad of issues he has to contend with. The thing is, you have to be realistic, he stressed. As a manager, it's like a minister. Yeah, you don't have anything in your hands, but at the end of the day you have to accept that. You are responsible for everything. And I take that. It's huge, the bad luck. A lot went against us this season. You see, all the penalties we conceded last week could also have been going in another way. You think over the course of a season sometimes you will get one, Sometimes you will concede one, but this season it feels like we only concede. You couldn't expect this, but you have to deal with it. But this business, this industry, is about results. Many only see results, but you have to see what's underneath. I see what's underneath. I see the potential. I see the direction. So I'm positive about the way we want to go, and we will be successful. Ten Hag's former club Ajax are mired in another crisis after they were thrashed 6-0 by Feyenoord last week. Ajax won the Eredivisie title 3 times under Ten Hag, but they are currently 6th in the table and 33 points behind leaders PSV Eindhoven. Some things you can't expect, but as you mention Ajax is similar, Ten Hag noted. I don't know if you follow what is happening at Ajax. I don't think so because the focus is not so huge from England to Amsterdam. But there are also issues and you can have the same problems and you see the same patterns. And you have to deal with it, but some things and you don't see it coming and you can't influence as a manager on it and it just happens. And then you have to make the best out of it. You can just foreseeing this season, what's happening for you in the book this season. Ten Hag insisted Murtou's departure would not alter plans for the summer transfer window, with United planning to bring in Dan Ashworth as sporting director and Jason Wilcox as technical director. Wilcox, the director of football at Southampton, could join United before the end of the season, but the protracted wait for Ashworth is expected to extend beyond this season as he is on gardening leave at Newcastle. Ten Hag has had a huge influence on United's recruitment strategy since his appointment in 2022, but the hit rate has been iffy. Ten Hag defended recruitment on his watch and is open to Ashworth and Wilcox's suggestions, should he remain in charge beyond the end of this term. We are working in the background on plans with the scouting, Ten Hag clarified. So what we do with our staff is we are working on our plan. The plan is ready, but we have to execute. And yeah, I trust the new ownership will work as quickly as possible and bring new good structures and they can execute. We have good plans. I think also with quality players. You see now with recruitment. Andre Onana is doing very well. Rasmus Højlund, everyone is seeing his big talent and potential. You can see we are doing quite good with recruitment. Lisandro Martinez, everyone was hugely happy with him and there are others. Recruitment is good. But if they have even better ideas. We are always open and always you have to judge. If you have options but they come with better options, we are open. They have to fill us in. But we have a way we want to play, so we know our profiles. So it has to match the profiles we want. Erik Ten Hag sends message to Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox over Manchester United transfer plans. A sporting director and a technical director are among the incomings at Man United amid uncertainty over the manager. Erik Ten Hag has vowed Manchester United will be successful, despite uncertainty over his position as manager. United are 6th in the Premier League table with a -goal difference and are unlikely to qualify for the Champions League given they are 11 points behind Tottenham and Aston Villa in 4th and 5th. Although United have an FA Cup semi-final against Coventry City next week, the last time they won the cup in 2016, they sacked manager Louis van Gaal 2 days later. Many United supporters have sympathised with Ten Hag as he's had to handle fallouts with a number of high-profile players, the interminable strategic review and the departures of former chief executive Richard Arnold and John Murtough. United have also recorded 56 separate injuries or illnesses that have caused a player to miss a game this season. Ten Hag likened himself to a politician with a myriad of issues he has to